I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Hey, Buck. How you doing, you badass, maggoty, blown-up Buck?
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you!
Suck this!
I'm going to say 2 words to you, Mr. Duke, and I want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Shoot.
Jason Voorhees.
Well, that makes me think of a little girl in a pink dress sticking a hot dog through a donut.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
So if you want him dead, truly dead, 500 grand is my fee. And for that, you get the mask, the machete, the whole damn thing.
And what's wrong with a black man that would take that kind of money out of a poor neighborhood and buy himself a private jet? What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
Quite a character.
You know what I'd like to do to you? I'd like to take a crap right on your fucking mask. A big old mango-sized crap.
What? I thought it took 2 to mango.
I'm not sure what the this is. I'm about to find out.
If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
I'll do what I want to do in this thing. Case in point.
A big old mango-sized crap.
Have nothing to do with anything.
That's the sound of
My
Sean
brain
Matrix.
melting.
This is the sound of Sean Matrix's soul leaving his body.
Is being abducted by Freddy.
This is Bingo Gas Station.
This is Dutch Christmas.
And Sean Matrix.
Welcome to Friday the 13th.
Part 9.
Part 9.
Jason Goes to
Hell.
The
final chapter.
No, the final
Friday.
Sorry.
These are the voyages of
the Jason Voorhees.
Jason Prize.
Anyone want to take a stab at the synopsis?
Jason jumps bodies and there's tons of references. There's the Necronomicon.
No, you're skipping too much. Let's start from the very beginning.
Is he skipping too much?
Let's
Yeah,
start.
that's
not a
C
synopsis.
by C.
Oh, fuck you, Dutch.
Okay, the entire point of the movie is Jason jumps bodies.
There's
Jason,
a new...
only a Voorhees can kill a Jason.
Voorhees can kill Voorhees.
And other horror
And only
references.
through a Voorhees can a Voorhees be born. There's some... Yeah, this is reinventing
Jason's
Jason.
a demon
What was the
monkey
point of
worm.
being reborn? Is he stronger if he's reborn?
No, he
They
just
blew up his body.
yeah,
He
they
just wants his body back.
Yeah, they blew up his body.
He's a little demon worm.
Yeah.
Demon monkey worm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's a way to... So, the main character is his niece?
It's like his niece / his niece's baby
I still think the
daddy.
main character was the guy.
Well, yeah.
Well, it kind of shifts
his
to the
niece's
last, like, third.
ex-husband or former boyfriend.
Yeah, baby daddy.
Yeah. We love the opening scene. So Jason is taken down by a SWAT team, and then from there, just gets fucking crazy. During the autopsy, doctor eats the heart. Then it jumps from that to the police
cop?
officer. Yeah. He jumps to a police
Kisses
officer.
the cop.
He has to get him naked and shave him
Yeah,
first.
he strips the guy, shaves his mustache, and the guy's in position like he's gonna give birth, strapped to a table, and then Jason kisses him. Then and then from that cop, he
goes to the executive, the news,
the
news
news
anchor
guy Yeah, kisses him.
It was just stupid.
That
Yeah,
guy
we get
goes
it.
to
And then there's
friends.
a black cowboy who's
The Duke.
Who's the Duke? Who knows all the rules for some reason, and he's gonna be the one to bring him down.
He's the guy in Jaws that says, "I know how to kill it. I'll catch it for you."
You got a doll's eyes. Farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. Yeah, no,
This movie was taking many elements of other movies,
and it was quite the clusterfuck. It was quite the
that's the
clusterfuck.
word to describe this movie.
I just want to say that even though it went off the rails and got really ridiculous, and then we started to hate it, it still was more coherent than half the movies. Because at least it didn't like skip around parts, so you didn't know where you were. It was just bouncing around. And you were like, "This is dumb. This is
goofy as fuck."
Yeah. This is true. We understood what was going on at all times.
It gets to the last scene.
But it was stupid.
It gets to the last scene, and then it becomes a major clusterfuck of like, oh, now like the Duke's falling through the floor, and the cops are rushing in, and then the baby daddy's rushing in, and then there's people cutting off heads and a little demon monkey worm thing.
Yeah.
And Jason could not talk the entire movie. Entire movie.
Until the very end.
Until two cops come in and you're like, oh, that's a...
Yeah, he employs deception at the very end, which he had never done before.
Into the thing for some reason.
Yeah, did he control both bodies? Like, what was the other guy doing?
Just being a creepy asshole, I guess.
Yeah, just being creepy and not very smart.
Not very smart.
Yeah, well, there's a couple instances where characters...
Did you fix the game? Did you fix the game?
Did you fix the game?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, there was a few instances where characters acted very strangely, like, "Oh, I'm not going to give you your baby back," and in the cop at the end, who was like, "I think he was there to rescue her, but he's threatening her with a gun."
Yeah.
So
he like tries to stop her from doing something. I don't even know. She's like, "I don't know what to believe," and he's like, "No, it's me. Let me take this gun from you."
Yeah.
He wrestles it away from her. For no reason.
Yeah. He had no reason to do that. So I mean, this movie's just dumb. It's just dumb.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
What was the part?
But the Necronomicon was cool.
Was it?
Yeah, it was totally pointless. I thought it was cool.
I don't think it was cool. I thought the references were really stupid and pointless.
It's a goofy movie, so I guess a pass.
It's not get a pass for me.
Well, the references don't get a pass. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like...
John Carpenter, huh? Julia Carpenter.
Arctic Expedition. That made no
if this
fucking
was
sense.
the 10-year-old me watching this, I would have, like, freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, I would have loved
over
it.
Jason,
Freddy.
Freddy grabbing Jason's mask.
Yeah, the end is
so
after Jason's been dragged down to hell by a bunch of goofy Deadeye arms. It's like a dirt lot, and just the mask is in the dirt, and the dog sniffs it and walks away. And then Freddy's claw and sweater arm come and pull his mask down and go, ha 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 ha. And that, yeah, if you're a little kid, that would be like the most awesome thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like the two big slasher monsters killing or fighting. How awesome is that?
It's total fan service. That's what it is.
Yes.
I know, but how many crossovers were around back then?
That's why to a little kid it would be cool.
If you want to go back far enough, the Universal monsters did that. It was not Jason, but Dracula versus the Wolfman.
Which is kind of cool.
Frankenstein versus the Wolfman or whatever.
Yeah, so this is like the modern version of that.
But this movie though is complete horseshit.
Yeah, this movie's
just because none of Jason is completely reinvented. They make up some bullshit rules at the last minute for no reason. We don't have a source. It's just whatever. And that's it. We liked. My favorite parts were the beginning.
Yeah.
Because they treat Jason the phenomenon
realistically ish.
Yeah. There are these mass murders that are attributed to Jason.
Yeah.
There's immediate tension, and we don't really get that because each of these other movies takes place in this isolated location where it's like only kind of sort of known about. But I mean, realistically speaking, half a dozen people dying every year is going to probably raise some attention.
Yeah, and it was cool. I like that is like gotten to the point where they have like a Black Ops team going to kill him for good.
I don't know. Like for some reason, when I was watching that whole scene seemed like a Sega CD moment.
Yeah, it looked like an FMV cutscene.
Yeah, he like the cop looks right into the camera.
Yeah,
and it's like a first
go
person
get
moment
him,
for
soldier.
no reason.
Good job.
But I don't know. For some reason, to me, when I was watching, I mean, I do agree that this mass murderer keeps coming out of nowhere, so they should take him out. But I kind of was. I thought of it that they just have a SWAT team go out there every now and again just to kill Jason because Jason keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were thinking.
I think they just did that one time.
Just one time.
Well, yeah, that is what I thought. I was just agreeing with you, but
no, they don't make any mention of him going to Manhattan in this one.
Yeah.
There's, They don't
explain how he
turned back into a little boy.
Turned back into a little boy, then turned back. Maybe he didn't rinse with enough toxic waste to stay a little boy.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So and the Jason costume was terrible this time.
Yeah, he looked really bad.
He had like a giant cauliflower head. The mask barely fit his little. It
didn't even fit. No, it was like melded into his skin.
Yeah. It was like way smaller than the rest of his head. Normally, it's like almost the size of his head.
Yeah, so he's
and he looked like a homeless person.
It's a much more stylized monster, and it's fine.
It
whatever.
Look cheap as fuck.
Yeah. Would you say that they changed him for the cannon fodder?
Oh.
Yeah, and Kane Hodder, it's unfortunate because he's like the most iconic Jason stuntman actor.
Yeah.
He's in the worst ones.
Kinda, yeah. I mean,
we're going to attribute the downfall of Friday the 13th to Kane Hodder. Jason 6 was such a high. It's the high of the series.
Kind of is.
It's so good.
So, any other thought? Was there a moral to the story?
I don't know. Wasn't there? What was the part where someone made like a logical move? I thought that was like noteworthy in the beginning.
They shot him. They shot him until he blew up.
Yeah, it made him think. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I mean, they showed a lot of. They showed a fair amount of nudity in this.
Yeah.
And the gore was better than it's been.
The gore was like either really disgusting or non-existent. It was really weird.
Gore was better than it has been.
Sometimes it felt like it was two different teams handling the gore.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the effects team definitely. Yeah. The cop's head opens up like a lid, and Jason Demon scuttles out. And Dutch was saying that the Jason little Jason monster should have a hockey mask.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That would be good.
And then there's the part where the cop, when he goes into the ad exec or the host guy, the cop's body just like melts and it's fucking nasty.
Yeah,
that's good.
I don't even understand why.
I don't either.
Yeah, like you said, he had a bullet wound to the head. He just died
instantly.
Jason magic is gone.
It's the residual aftermath of being
my jaw fell out
polluted by
melted.
Evil Jason spirit. Whatever.
I mean, it's a reference to The Fly.
Yeah.
So made me think.
I think they just wanted to do the effect. I think is what it is. What it comes down to.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, you guys were, like, ooh, this is noteworthy or whatever. I would have thought that back then, critics would have been like, this movie is pretty bad, but that melting man scene was pretty good.
So at the time, I mean,
it might be nominated for best visual effects.
So this is probably the biggest gap of time so far in the franchise.
Yeah, it's 4 years.
4 years rather than just the next year. So at this point, I'm sure people were like, "No, Jason really sucks. We're just gonna go full on schlock," and that's what they did.
Yeah.
No, but
it made more than the last movie.
They fell into the same trap where they wanted to expand on the mythos, and that's always the mistake. People don't really care.
Yeah, because
it can be done well.
We talked about it before. Like throughout the series, they usually add a little bit on to the Jason story, and it's been pretty cool because it's just like little things, and it's usually just like
he teleports.
Continuity.
He didn't teleport. He still teleports in this.
Yeah.
He still teleports.
Teleportation's dumb. I mean, like...
He does teleport.
The ones before, like...
They drive to the diner, and he arrives a few minutes after they arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walks.
Yeah, so... Whatever. Would you like to... make a... Where would you place this in the... Is this the worst one?
You think it is, I don't.
I don't think it is.
It's not
the
it's
worst
not
one.
even by far the worst one.
Well...
Like, 7 and 8 were just bad.
Yeah, I put 5 right after 8.
I think it's better than 8.
Better than 5, 7, and 8. That's terrible.
Yeah,
7's the low point in the series. 8 is right ahead of it, and 5 is right ahead of 8.
I think 8 and 9 have really kind of redeemed 7 in my eyes, because I didn't like 7.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like 7, but
I still think 7's just a
7
trash movie.
It still takes place at the camp.
Doesn't
Yeah,
make
they
any
introduce
sense, well.
weird psychic bullshit. It's not a good one.
Like I keep saying, it takes place at the camp because that's the only one that wasn't a Jason movie. You continue saying like, oh, it has the camp.
Yeah.
No, but Jason was a side character in that movie. That's what's dumb.
Yeah.
I appreciate what they were going for.
What?
And doing something where Jason is an incidental character to some degree is an intriguing idea.
I don't think it is. Make something.
Well, especially when the main character nobody cares about.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if you insert
7,
Jason into
7 was like,
another movie, I
what if
guess.
we made,
7 was better
if,
than 8, though.
What if we... No, it wasn't.
Well, you liked the last 10 minutes of 8. Everyone likes the last 10 minutes
I also think 7 is just as badly made as 8.
Well, yeah.
They both look like crappy TV shows.
Yeah, but 8 takes place on a boat.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
I just can't believe how bad my memory is. I'm just like sitting here, I'm keeping pretty quiet because I'm trying to remember the specifics about number 5 and 6. And I know that 6 is like your favorite.
Okay, so 5 was the fake Jason, right?
Yeah, 5 was the one where Tommy's in
Grown
the, like, nut house.
It's Crispin Glover.
And is that the one where it takes place in the barn and the black guy
Crispin
saves him at
Glover's
the end?
4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Crispin
one where
Glover's
Tommy's
4.
Corey Feldman.
I remember that.
And
I
then
remember
5, Tommy's grown up and he's in like the mental institution.
Oh, that's right.
And it's the Scooby-Doo Jason. 6
Yeah.
is the one where it had like a slight Evil Dead vibe.
Yeah, triple decapitation.
And Tommy was like a different actor again.
Yeah,
and he
that's the
revives
Ron
him.
Palillo gets killed at the beginning.
Oh,
of
that's
that
right.
one.
Yeah. Okay. So he did throws the mask. Oh yeah, and then he goes to jail.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 7 and 8 were bad.
Yeah. So it's 9.
yeah, 7, 8, and 9 are the worst of the bunch.
No, I think 5 is worse than 9.
5 is worse than 9.
I feel like what they were going for in the script, even though it was bad, I feel like if we were to have directed this one, it would have been good. I think 7, it still would have been bad, even if we had a lot of input.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think 8 would have been much better with a competent director, but this one had so much potential.
Yeah, and you kept saying that just the execution was bad, and I think you're right.
The story is bad.
Yeah, the story's bad, but I feel like it could have been saved if it was done better.
What would you do? Okay, so
well, one, Jason should have been able to talk.
Oh, okay, you should not.
Should have been able to talk.
That's
especially would have made the
retarded.
deception better.
It's
no,
retarded.
I'm not saying
because Jason's retarded.
Go ahead.
Well, Jason's retarded.
Just because he's retarded?
Yeah.
No, that was even worse. That's why I didn't like the Jason in this movie, because all he did was go rawr, and then he started
That's
making
what Jason
sounds.
always does.
Jason doesn't.
I'm just saying that
well,
if
he doesn't
he
make
were,
any noise, but
if it would have been more like Pet Sematary, I would have been cool with that. If he was more like that. No, you guys can disagree. And this is just a small aspect of it, because the whole movie needed a lot to be fixed.
I think Jason talking is a bad idea, even as a deceptive thing, because Jason is not supposed to be intelligent. Like, that is the defining characteristic of him is he's not. He's just he's a monster.
I'm not saying he was supposed to have full-on conversations. I'm just saying
he's supposed to say, "Oh
no,
I'm here."
He should have been able. Yeah, he should have
fool
been
them?
able to.
Why? It's not scary. It's dumb. Well, it's just dumb.
It's not. This movie wasn't scary. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying
if you're gonna have fun with Part 9, then make it fun. I don't know why you have to just disagree with me on
fun? It's just your idea of fun.
Campy.
Yeah, like what's your idea of fun? Jason goes, excuse me, as he taps somebody on the back and then stabs them.
Sure. That's what you
want.
want.
Well, I'm asking you, like, what are your thoughts? What is Jason gonna say? You're gonna write dialogue for Jason? What's he gonna say?
All right. So when the chick is in her house and then she turns around to see her husband all shaved with bags under his eyes, says like, "What are you doing?" And he immediately goes and starts trying to choke her. Why can't he just be like, just have normal lines, like, "Hey, honey," and then she's like, "Oh," and then he goes up, bam, stabs her in the heart or something.
Okay, I'm bingo now.
All right, good.
That's a terrible idea.
It is.
Jason just shouldn't talk.
Yeah,
it was bad enough in 8 when you had Darth Vader.
Well, it's a bad idea that he hops from body to body.
Oh yeah.
All right, fine.
That's a bad idea to begin with.
I thought the body hopping could have been fun.
That he has a sister.
It's bad because he doesn't need more magic powers. Like, he literally doesn't need any more magic powers.
No, I think that too.
I understand.
But I mean, if they're going to introduce the body hopping, I just thought he should have been able to have a limited vocabulary instead of just making weird dog sounds.
Well, I mean, the dog sounds are dumb too, but that's just a consequence of the body hopping. I mean, why the fuck is he hopping bodies? He doesn't need to hop bodies. Yeah. Unless he needs to. We don't establish that.
You should know.
He needs to be reborn, and that's like the premise. That's the fucking plot of fucking Child's Play, that he needs to be reborn. Yeah. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Well, I mean, that you can understand though, because
they set it up.
He doesn't want to be in a fucking doll.
Yeah, they set that up. This movie, I don't know, it's just fucking shit.
No, that's totally fine that you guys don't agree with me about the whole limited vocabulary thing. Maybe I would have to think about it to make it more fun. I just thought, this movie was dumb.
I think it
would just should have made it more fun.
I don't think it would be. I don't see why it would be believable.
I don't know,
it wouldn't
I
be the
just
same
thought
character.
of like the body hopping. I got the idea that they did the same thing in Terminator 2 just a year or two ago, and that was kind of fun that he was able to morph into other people, right? So like, what's the difference? Why can't Jason do the
difference
same
being
thing?
is that Jason isn't a Terminator.
Who cares? If you're gonna go off the rails and make a dumbass plot like this, then make it fun. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you have to like, the 9th one has to be true to Jason, and Jason needs to be Jason.
Why not give Jason a British accent? That's like, okay.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's the 9th one. Who cares?
People who like the character in the franchise? I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so everyone liked this movie.
It did better than the last one. It did better than 8. It's still not a good movie. I concede the point. A lot of it seems like it's fan service because it's ripping off every other movie, and it's got references to a ton of other horror movies. But
that's why I'm saying that it had a lot of potential, because maybe you guys didn't like the references. I did. I just like...
the references are fine, whatever. It's a schlocky movie, and that's okay, I guess, in the context of that, but making him talk? I don't get it.
Well, that's not my main point.
Oh.
It was just a critique that I thought.
Oh, okay. That was one way you thought it would be better.
See, it was such a stupid plot. I think they could have gotten rid of the body hopping. Although I don't know how you.
That's the whole movie. That's all. He does.
No, but they could have. Yeah, actually.
They would have to come up with another plot.
Yeah.
Another plot that doesn't involve him hopping into his granddaughter.
This one was so flimsy anyway.
Well, we all agree that making a reference to the Thing and having the little demon thing, that was really dumb. I would have gotten rid of that. But if you had to keep it, put a little hockey mask on it. Yeah. Would have made it a lot more fun, right, guys?
Yeah. It would also be really, really dumb.
Yeah, it would have been.
Just as dumb.
But at least we would have laughed.
Yeah, we would have laughed, yes. But it would have been dumb.
I laughed anyway because that was cringy.
Yeah. So if I were to make this, I do like the idea of there is a phenomenon of Jason. Keeping that is a really cool idea. You can even leave the bounty hunter if you wanted to, but the rest of the movie would need to be totally rewritten. I mean,
yeah. Also, what was with that? The bounty hunter gives out information, but the cost is he has to break a finger.
He's a sadist, I guess. He gets off on that?
Yes.
I thought he was going to have him blow him through the bars.
Too.
I thought that's where they were going with that.
I think after the fact, after he broke his fingers, I started to think maybe what the director or the writer was going for was that it was going to be really tough and it was going to be physically painful for him to stand up against Jason. And he'd have to be
tough person to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not a bad idea.
You're going to be breaking bones, so I'm going to break your fingers just to give you a little taste of what's going to come later. Sure. You need to toughen up. Hey, I'm not giving it. I think it was a stupid scene. I'm just saying. I think that's what
they were going for.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Because then he gave it to him for free. He was like, "I don't think you're man enough," and then he gave him free info. This one's on the house.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, this movie was terrible.
Well, this was the end of the series.
I was less bored with it than 7 or 8.
Yeah.
This was the end of the series. I don't think I have Jason X in here, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And you have the remake.
Okay, well.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Jason X is a lot better.
You know, I do remember it being a lot better, even though it is...
It's back to campy.
It is dumb because it's in space. But whatever.
I still stand by it. Leprechaun in Space was my favorite one.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
It was so good. It had Heidi, and it had the blonde English one, and it had Joanna Man. It had that guy in it. Remember that guy from one of the Friday the 13th movies?
Yeah, Part 5.
And
Demon.
Yeah, and it had a cyborg who dressed like a woman, and then the woman is like, "Well, if you're gonna die, you might as well get a stiffy."
Any other thoughts about Jason? Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell.
The final Friday.
Well, hold on. Okay, so I came up with like a bad way to fix it.
Yeah.
And then you just like copped out. You're just like, no,
just
just rewrite it. No, I want to hear like if you were to have this and you were to make like one critique, like what would it be?
Well, like I said,
like what would you change from the existing movie?
The body hopping is just a bad idea.
Yeah,
and I think you can try to tweak it along the way, like you suggested, like, oh, make him talk. No, I think if you're introducing the idea that he hops bodies, you're already going down a really bad path. So better to nip that in the bud.
So
he doesn't body hop. Instead, they put him all in a bag. He wakes up from the bag and then just does his shtick.
And maybe you can keep part of the like. Right, you'd have to change like his goal, but you keep parts of the plot by just keeping the all of a sudden he has a sister shit and he's still trying to kill her and her kid and baby so that they can't kill him.
That's I even hate that too.
How about this?
It's terrible.
How about this idea? Just came up with it right now.
It's so bad.
You're saying no body hopping. The whole reason why the body hopping happened, for whatever reason, was the black coroner went crazy and ate his heart. How about this change?
Heart drove him crazy.
They take out the heart is out of the body, right?
Yeah.
And then they put the body in a bag, but they have the heart and they're like studying the heart. The body wakes up and his goal is to get his heart back. And then they spend the whole movie
trying to keep it
away from Jason.
Sure.
That makes sense, right?
I think that would be better too. I understand why they're trying different things.
Because they're out of ideas and they're not.
Yeah, essentially that.
It's stale.
I mean,
they've had 8 other movies where he just goes and kills people.
Yeah, and he's a victim of his own circumstances, his own little legend. Because the story of Jason works because it's simple. There is a killer in the woods. That's it. There's a killer in the woods that's scary in and of itself. The backstory of, he has a reason to avenge his mother's death, or his own death at the hands of camp counselors. That's his motivation. That's it. He's a killing machine, somewhat supernatural, and that's the thing. I don't know how far you can go with that without really fucking it up. And I mean, this I think was an instance of you fucked it up. I mean, you take him out of his element, and it's just gonna kind of go downhill.
No, I'm gonna go crazy. We can cut this out.
Oh, go ahead.
No, the whole talking thing. All right, the talking thing. I want to get you guys a little bit on my side.
No, it's not happening. Right? It's not happening.
Okay, you know how they did the deceptive thing, and then all of a sudden he could talk.
Okay, check it out.
That's what I'm saying. There's no premise for him even talking because the whole time he's just grumbling and making weird dog sounds.
No,
why can't he just have like a limited vocabulary?
It says Hodor.
That way, the deceptive thing, is not coming out of nowhere. I'm just saying.
Jason doesn't. The point.
Plus, every time he sneaks up on someone, it gives it away. It gives it away because the way he looks and the way he sounds.
Like every time there's a survivor,
he's a murdering lumberjack.
It's because they outwitted him.
He's an axe murdering lumberjack retard. That's it. Yeah. Like, he has no. There's no backstory.
Every survivor outwits him, and it's not because they're smart. It's because he's a retard lumberjack.
All right, fine.
Yes. He can't deceive people. That whole thing was
it's
so stupid.
It's completely out of character because then you could just say, okay, well, then he gets in a car, drives, goes and gets a job.
Yeah, I can kill.
He works a part-time shift.
Part-time.
Fine, I see what you guys are saying.
He's a stalker at Walmart at night, and he secretly kills his coworkers.
Okay, I know.
Body hops from that.
But you're not even. You guys aren't even speaking from a continuity thing, right? You guys like the Jason character being retarded.
That is a
thing. No, I know, but I mean, if you take the continuity out, if you take that part out, like if the other ones didn't exist, you guys like him being.
What's the character?
Like, stupid, right?
No, the point being is...
I'm asking you.
Character.
Like, I'm saying, like, if he could talk, and you're like, he couldn't talk in the past because he's retarded. No, I'm saying, like, if he, like, body hopped and he had, like, their brain or whatever. Like, you guys like him being stupid, right?
It ceases to be Jason if you were to...
Just say you like him being stupid.
It's not that we like him being stupid. It stops being Jason at that point. Like, if you give the Jason the capacity to jump into people's nightmares, that stops being Jason. That's now Freddy.
So,
that's why I'm saying it's a nice one.
You're saying if you just watched this movie and this is all you knew about the character,
you would know.
Let's say this wasn't a Friday the 13th movie.
Right.
Yeah. This is just about a demon who body hops.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
It would be fine if it wasn't Jason. Would I like it? Would I still want him to talk?
Yeah.
I would say no still because I think it's... Personally, the demon thing would be creepier if it just turns into people and then still they're like dumb zombies.
There are movies that feature a body hopping antagonist and they're fine and even when they're deceptive and they can talk. I like those movies. There was that one.
We're talking about this.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying that. Like, I really enjoy the smarter guys. I understand. That's why I'm saying, like, okay, I can understand where you guys are coming from. You don't want him to talk because that's
his character.
That's the character. That's the kind of movie you would expect.
No,
like you said, you've seen other movies where they can body hop and they can talk, and you like those movies.
Yeah,
but when you come into the Friday the 13th and he can body hop, you want Jason to not be able to talk because he's stupid.
Well, it's just...
And I can understand that.
It's just out of character for Jason to start talking.
So
he's been murdering...
Yes.
Yeah, he's been murdering... Yes. Yeah. He's been murdering people for 8 movies before this.
Yeah, I feel like Mango just wants to argue. I just wanted to give like a slight criticism, like a change that I would do, but it goes against the character, so I would listen to you guys.
Yeah.
And he can't talk. I just,
That's just given theoretically.
It's like if you could get Jason to talk, then what are you gonna have?
It's not like he's smart.
No, I understand.
No, that's why I'm conceding, because I would take away that critique that I would personally want him to give him. Like he can only say like 5 words or something stupid. But just to give that a slight deception that doesn't give them away
but
right
away. But it already gives them away.
People already know that it's not really them.
Because then if he talks, then he has to explain what his motivation is.
No, he doesn't.
Why are you
He doesn't.
murdering
He
people?
can't talk. He doesn't.
Why are you murdering
limited
people?
vocabulary?
I murder.
That's a weird
Jason Smash.
weird joke
It's
to
like what? He's gonna have to explain.
Let me tell you, my mother was murdered when
Yeah.
I was but a child.
Yeah. That's essentially what, because that's what
I
you would
feel
expect.
a strong sense of vengeance.
No,
Yes.
I
must
wouldn't.
kill the camp counselor.
This is
I
why
wouldn't,
I'm doing
I wouldn't
what I'm
take
doing.
away. I wouldn't take away his like blind rage, his like murderous instinct.
Well, that's what
like
you
he wouldn't
are.
like want to sit down and have a conversation and say,
Interview
like,
with
this
a
is
Jason,
my
yes.
motivation. No, he would still be like, nah, fuck you. I want to kill you. You're dead.
Why? But why? It doesn't make any sense then.
I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not saying that this is what he would say.
No, I'm saying once you give him the capacity to speak,
You give him.
You need
I
to
think
have a
that you
motivation.
should give him the vocabulary of like a dumb 8-year-old or something. Like 8-year-olds that are not that smart. Like you give him that kind of vocabulary.
Then he would be an angry 8-year-old.
That's
not
what he is.
He's an angry 10-year-old, 11-year-old.
Yeah, that's not that wouldn't be very
Oh,
deceptive.
Dutch.
An
No, I
angry
know.
8-year-old isn't very
I'm not
deceptive.
getting my facts mixed up. I know that he was 11. They
12.
said
I
that.
wanna
Even though in the
pitch-
first one they said he was 12.
Yeah.
I want to pitch
But-
a movie to you guys. Chucky and Leprechaun versus Freddy and Jason versus Michael Myers.
Versus Dutch
No,
Christmas.
that's it. No.
Dutch Christmas can't be
Maybe
in there?
Dutch can be the protagonist, maybe.
He's the one who's
He's
gonna
the survivor.
He's only a Christmas can kill a Christmas. And then he grabs a knife and it turns into a ceremonial dagger.
Yeah.
And he has to stab him.
God,
He has to
this is
stab
so
him. He has to stab him in the heart. And Bingo Gas Station will be the asshole friend who's like, "Hey, guess what? I got this evil-looking mask. I'm an asshole." And then I die in like the first act.
And they're like,
And they take the mask.
Oh, bingo! You're up to your antics again, and it's really all 5 of the other slasher monsters.
Yeah, we should have a follow up to all of these when we're done, because I do want to get your opinion on like the person like maybe a special award ceremony of like the person who most deserved to die, the best fatality.
Still, the one who didn't
biggest
deserve
asshole.
to die was the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, he didn't deserve. Well, we haven't.
Most undeserving.
Oh,
I thought
undeserving.
that's what the award was.
Oh, we could do both. But I'm saying we should do that when we're done.
I just want to say to the Sean thing, I mean, we talked about it, and that's what he wants. I still think that for a movie, it should just be a team-up. It should just be Chucky and Leprechaun versus humans.
Versus Freddy and Jason.
You know, I don't even care who wins. Like, a typical movie, the human would win. You know, they would kill a bunch of humans, and then a human would win at the end. I don't even care if that's the way it ends, or if Chucky and Leprechaun win at the end. I think that it'd be better to have a team-up.
Yeah, you like it.
Especially when you have all these movies with all these gory deaths, you know, that's why you would have them team up. Like if it's just them versus each other, then no one's really dying.
So Jason Goes to Hell. Thank you.
The Final Friday.
Thank you very much.
In the end, Jason does go to hell.
We don't see hell.
I
We don't see hell.
still think that we could have made this a good movie.
Arms.
Yeah. What?
I still feel like we could have made this a good movie, even if I would have suggested talking.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been a good movie if you'd done that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying like if we got a consensus.
We could
on
come up
something.
with a better idea. I do still appreciate the fact that they did try to do something a little different. Because I understand why you can't have him do the first movie over and over again.
I appreciate that. Maybe they had a
second or
different
third.
idea. Just everything about it was done poorly. But
I
I
don't-
still enjoyed it more.
They should have
than
brought back
7 or
Corey
8.
Feldman.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
The real Corey Feldman. Because at this point, he was an adult.
Playing, yeah.
No,
He's already a Ninja Turtle at this point.
I disagree with what you had said about how you can't just do the same movie over and over again, which is like,
Well, what's the point?
yeah, I understand that. Like, you know, why would you continue to watch? But that, I mean, I thought that was the fun of these movies. I do disagree. I think if you're gonna make a Jason movie, and instead of like coming up with something like this, just make it the same thing all over again. Just change the setting.
Well,
Jason goes around Camp Crystal Lake and kills a bunch of counselors.
Oh, he goes on
now
a
he's
boat
in
and he's
Manhattan and he's killing a bunch of people.
Kills a bunch
There
of
you
high
go.
schoolers.
Yeah. Like, that's acceptable to me. Every single Friday the 13th, if it was all exactly the same. Oh, there's a legend that there's this killer, and then like that's it. Like that's every opening. Like a bunch of kids go somewhere, and then they hear about the myth of Jason. He comes back, kills all of them except for one, and the last one doesn't. The last one doesn't die, and there you go. Every single movie. That's fine. To me.
Yeah.
No expanding of the story. Nothing.
So, are there any other movies, just backtracking a little to 8, like, because the one teacher blew up in a car, is that the only death that wasn't from Jason or his mom?
That's a good
question. Are there any
question.
other accidental deaths?
Well, no, most of 5, because that was not really Jason.
That wasn't Jason. Yeah. Okay, let's say, are there any other deaths that aren't by the killer of that movie?
Yeah, the axe to the retard head. In number 5.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's also number 5. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure there were some others.
Donkey Lips got killed by an axe.
There might have been some others, but I can't.
I don't know if there are.
It all kind of jumbles
like
together.
accidental deaths.
I feel like
no, probably not.
That's why I'm saying like these movies they could have been so much better because one, New Nightmare when Wes Craven did it, like that was really good. It was really well made.
Well, Wes Craven's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's a very clever guy.
And then all of these.
No, I think
New Nightmare like his comeback or something.
Yeah. I don't think he did some of the later ones. Yeah.
But I mean, even these parodies of Friday the 13th are so well made. The Behind the Mask, the Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I just feel like those, like if Friday the 13th could have done something like those,
Those are comedies, though.
So?
Again, Friday the 13th may have some humorous elements to them. But it is ostentational. Essentially, it is is intended to be a horror film, even if you don't find it scary and we don't find it scary. That is the intended point of it.
Well, that's why I keep going back to the fact that this is the 9th one. If you make like the first 4 or 5, matter. They're all slashers. You can make the 6th one a comedy. Who cares? Who cares?
People who like the franchise. That's why you use the name.
So you're really telling me that like if number 8 was instead a comedy, that you'd be like, no, fuck this movie. Well, this is what we're getting anyway. After 7 being so bad, make 8 funny. Make it a comedy. Make it a parody of itself. Because 7 was so bad.
It's like TV shows that should stop after a certain number.
Well, people didn't like that one. That's the point. And they didn't like that one for lots of different reasons, I'm sure. But, I mean, it was most successful when it was pretty... It wasn't scary.
Most successful one was, in terms of return on your dollar,
the first
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that every one after that has to be a different genre. I'm just saying that, like, you throw in an occasional, like, who the fuck cares? It's number 12. Let's just do whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how... Is that how you want Crystal Skull? Because that's how you end up with Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Yeah, they should stop after, like, 5.
No, Crystal Skull was dumb because they had a long layoff and people wanted what they wanted. Like, I'm sure number 9, they didn't fucking care. You're saying that the fans that went to go see it, they expected a certain movie.
Yeah,
like I don't think they really fucking cared. I think they wanted to go see some deaths. If you make it a comedy and you get to see gore, there you go.
You want deaths and Jason.
Then you want Evil Dead. Right? Then you want Evil Dead.
Then you want Evil Dead. I don't care.
Well, then you don't call it Friday the 13th.
You find me a Friday the 13th fan that wouldn't appreciate Evil Dead.
Well, they might, but it's not the same movie.
They're not going to go see Friday the 13th to see
Expect, yeah.
Necessarily, 6 was a little like Evil Dead.
It's like saying, the Saw 1 through 7 was pretty dark and
6
gory,
is also the best Jason movie.
8th should just be Saw is doing it at a Chuck E. Cheese. And it's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Nobody cares about it. Well, yeah, I mean, but
you're also missing
how you're marketing it.
You're also missing what you're saying. Because these movies are so inconsistent. Some of them are so bad. Some of them have nothing to do with Jason. Like,
they don't have nothing.
Okay, look, if Friday the 13th, part 1 through 7 were all consistent and they were all the same slasher horror movie that they were all equal quality made movies, then yeah, number 8 shouldn't be just whatever. I'm saying that 5 happened. I'm saying that 7 happened. I'm saying that 8 happened. You make 9 be a good movie, and it doesn't have to be a slasher movie. You just give them gore, you give them Jason, and then you give them whatever genre you want. You want to make it a comedy? You want to make it a psychological thriller? There you go. I'm just saying that, like, after 3 bad movies out of 4, just make it whatever.
Yeah, it should just be. It should be a courtroom drama.
I just don't understand why you're so against
it. Jason's
on trial.
No, yeah, he's on trial.
I don't understand why you're so against it.
He's on trial.
Like, if these fans of Jason see 7 and 8, they're
Freddy
fucking
Krueger
pissed.
is the prosecutor.
Like, the true fans, they won't even want to see number 9 because 7 and 8 were so bad. Like, just make 9 good. Make it just whatever. Just have Jason. Just have gore, and then do whatever you want with it. Just make it good.
That's how you.
This wasn't what you wanted.
That's how you kill a franchise.
It's already dead.
No, it's not 7 and 8 or how you kill a franchise.
It didn't kill the franchise, though. It came back. The point being is...
These movies made no money.
Yeah.
What do you mean they made no money?
They were all, like, straight to video returns.
I don't know what you're talking about. Jason Goes to Hell had a...
$14 million box office? Worldwide sales?
Not
That's
how
good.
Much did it
to you?
make? Or how much did it cost to how much it makes?
Not a whole lot.
It's like 2.5 times.
I thought it was like $8 million budget or something.
No, I mean, I don't.
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying that, like,
it made money.
Then maybe I'm wrong. I thought a movie that makes $14 million was a bomb.
Well, I mean, this was '93.
It depends.
This was after Terminator 2.
It depends on how much it costs.
What do you mean after? You use Terminator 2 as the yardstick for that? I mean,
it's not the yardstick. I'm just saying that, like,
you can't say, well, compared to Terminator 2, it sucked. Well, yeah, fucking Terminator 2. I mean, it's like saying, hey, compared to Titanic, it didn't do so good. Yeah, fucking Titanic.
Then fine.
What?
Find me a successful movie that made $14 million.
Well, if this movie costs like $2 million to make,
yeah, Paranormal Activity did it for like $1 million, and they made like $100 million.
I'm saying if
the first movie did that.
$14 million off of $2 million, that's very successful. Success is relative.
Yeah, no, and I'm not disagreeing that it's not like successful. I'm just saying that if you're gonna make a stupid movie and it's only gonna make $14 million. Then who cares?
I made it. Okay.
You really thought Ace Ventura didn't make a good amount?
I don't
it made $107 million from $15 million.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know how much it made. I was curious.
Why would you choose?
I don't know. I'm just choosing random shit from the 90s.
Choose like something that was like
the sequel.
How about Shawshank Redemption? Didn't that one do poorly when it came out?
Shawshank Redemption? I don't know.
Probably. Read the soundtrack. Sounds of Prison Rape.
Yeah, 58 million. Whatever.
Is that a bomb or is that a success?
No,
I mean, it made 58 million. Find a movie that made 14 million. That's what I'm saying. Nobody
you're putting me on the spot
Dude,
for somebody that made 14 million. 14 million is 14 million. I mean,
14 million is a straight-to-video movie. That's what I'm saying. Nobody cares. Dude, Gem and the Holograms or whatever probably made 14 million.
Yeah, but that probably costs a lot to make. I'm saying success is relative.
It is relative, I know. Just my point was that who cares?
It's not like a blockbuster.
It obviously did not have that much of a backing if it only made 14 million.
How much did it cost?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Settle down, kids. I will turn this Friday the 13th.
It's not the final chapter. It's the final.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, settle down. Yes, I was trying to click the other one.
You're the one who needs to settle the fuck down.
Well, I'm using his stupid mouse and it's got like no signal.
You're getting worked up.
I'm getting worked up. He's shouting. I'm not shouting.
I am getting worked up because
you're like nobody cares about this last one. Oh my
cares.
God, nobody cares.
Down one. Cost $3 million and made $16 million.
Hey, look, that's a success.
In the US.
Oh, we're gonna now call it a success because it didn't make Terminator 2 money. What are you talking about?
My point.
Well, that also worldwide it made almost 32 million.
No, what I'm saying is that a movie that makes 16 million box office, I don't care what the budget was. I'm saying, how much support does it have if it only makes 14 million?
I don't know what the fuck you're trying to just say.
Oh my God.
What are you trying to say? You're trying to say nobody cares about it? Because
yes, nobody cares. That's why I'm saying you make number 9 whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make money. Even if it
made profit,
look,
but
yeah.
it
Then-
like,
then-
They
wasn't
made the
popular.
movie because they knew that they would make money, and it's true they did. But
What do you
no
mean?
one's going to see it.
What do you mean no one's going to see
No
it?
one went to see it. It made $16 million. What is that, like a week long in the theaters, like nationwide, and then it was like empty the whole
Okay, well, this is 93. You have to remember, so...
And that's
things-
why I said Terminator 2 was out back then.
Yeah, Terminator 2 was out back then. But you're comparing apples to oranges. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
No, he's saying
Hey,
in
you're
terms
the one-
of people who saw it.
Yeah,
You're the one who said,
more
oh,
people saw Terminator 2 than
yes.
Friday the 13th. Yes.
Oh, you put me,
settle
on
about
the
that.
spot, blah, blah, blah. You couldn't even find a movie that doesn't do that well. You know why? Because you're not looking for movies that no one cares about. Like this movie.
Yeah, the whole point is no one cares about this movie. It made a really good profit. No one's arguing that.
Look, the people that made it
The
were
point
happy with
is,
this.
Like, in terms of, like...
I'm just saying as
this
a
movie
fan.
did not do gangbusters.
No, I mean, this is the end.
Yes, fine.
Of-
the point is no one
Look
cared.
at that terrible picture.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's the thing.
Go back up. I want to see the poster.
Are you like that big of a fan of Jason Voorhees or something?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
Go
mean,
back.
Because
see
you're
the
very
poster.
protective
Go back
over
up.
this. for
no.
reason.
I just don't
Like,
understand.
look at how terrible that looks.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
There's a snake creature coming out of his mask. Yes.
The monkey worm monster demon.
No, I'm not very protective of the franchise. I'm just saying that if you're marketing a Friday the 13th film, you're marketing to a certain group of people who like those films, right? Like, you're not going to call, oh, this is a Friday the 13th film. Jason Voorhees is now a stand-up comedian living in a 2-bedroom
I
apartment.
don't think that's what he means by
Like-
do whatever you want with it.
Well, he's
That's
laughing
like-
at
that's
it,
just
so I
childish.
All right, I will go. I will make Sean detract from my point again. by
because
saying-
this is what you're going to say.
Because
yes.
no,
Yeah. You don't care.
God damn it, Dutch! I defended you.
Well, this is what happens.
This is what you do to me.
If Jason was a stand-up comedian, but he was still a killer on the
Nope.
side, there you go.
Get out of here. Go home. You drunk.
Yeah, so the point being is they wanted to
Point
do
being.
well, I'm just saying. They wanted to do some schlocky, over-the-top
You don't know
horror
that,
stuff.
that's the point.
Well, the film features the
That's
appearance
what-
of a
that's
skull
what-
dagger, the necronomicon
that's
from
what
Evil
you
Dead 2.
infer.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm not inferring it. They clearly were
No, that's
a story
You
adapted
can't
by
assume. You can't assume all
treatment that had been
content.
written again.
A Freddy vs. Jason 2? What does that mean?
A
They were
sequel
making
to
a sequel to it?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it made enough money. Oh shit! Look at that.
It made $100 million.
Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, the Nightmare Warriors. What was that thing? Was this the comic book?
It's the comic book.
Still would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, that would have been great.
So Dutch's point is that they should just make Friday the 13th into a musical or a comedy of some sort, because nobody cares. Because it's not going to make any money anyway.
That's true.
And
You can do whatever the fuck you want with this franchise because it's not going to make any money.
well, again, it
It's
made
not
more.
going to make enough money.
It made
to
more
warrant sequels.
Again,
But
based
it
on
does
its
make money,
based on its
yeah.
budget. Yeah, it made money.
Yeah, why do you think Land Before Time? What,
Yeah, it had like
we don't even
7
know
of
what they're
them.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, but those make money too.
Yes, they do. I'm not saying that they don't just continue.
Well, you don't do a Land Before. You don't do a Land.
money.
Yeah, but you don't do a Land Before Time where it's
Versus
a slasher.
Jason.
Yeah, versus Jason. You don't do that, and there's a reason.
Fuck
why you
it!
don't do
Why
that.
not?
Yeah,
Fuck it, why not?
Jason goes back
Nobody
in time and
cares.
Fights talking dinosaurs.
Yeah, nobody cares, right?
You know what? The shark tooth didn't kill your fucking mom. Jason did.
Yeah.
That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying. I don't understand why Bingo is so hell bent on making a
No,
Friday the 13th 9 needs to be so true to the story.
No, I'm just
It
saying.
needs to be
Point
what it
being-
is at the core.
I'm just saying that your idea is dumb. Is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is the idea
of
itself
just going off the
making a
rails,
movie,
just go whatever you want is kind of dumb because
they're banking on the name. They can
yeah,
tell
they're banking
whatever
on the
they
name.
wanted.
But once if you
If you make 7 and 8,
if you pull
that
a
kills
bait,
the franchise,
if you
right?
pull a bait and switch,
But people still saw number 9.
it didn't.
And this number 9 was still bad. And guess what? People still went after Jason X. You can do whatever
I
the
don't know,
fuck
but
you
you
want.
know what happened?
Jason X didn't make much. Actually,
It made a shit ton.
oh, did it?
No.
Jason X.
Jason X lost money.
No.
In the U.S. at least. Yes.
It did.
Yeah, you're thinking
Worldwide,
Freddy
it
versus
made a little money. It
Freddy
didn't even-
versus-
I don't think it made dope.
11 billion, 17 million.
That's nothing.
It's not bad.
That probably did not recover costs from marketing.
Oh, no, it did not.
It probably lost money.
It probably did. Yeah, okay, fine. Nobody cares about Jason, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking...
No, it's an eye-opener for me. I thought people cared about Jason and Freddy, and the box office for these movies shows that no one cares about Jason.
Well, these movies have been done to death, and people knew it at the time, too, so whatever.
I feel like you're about to start arguing in favor of Dutch's argument.
I'm just saying Dutch had... made a very good point.
You're drunk too.
No, you're wrong, Sean, because Dutch knew what he was talking about, and they should have just made it. You should have just made it a comedy.
They should have made it a doctor show. Jason's an ER surgeon.
Jason's an ER surgeon. He performs very violent surgeries.
Yeah, but he's the best in the line.
He's the best, and he's fighting a malpractice suit, and that's the second act. He has to overcome this malpractice suit and build a relationship with his estranged daughter.
Yeah. Yes.
Fuck you guys.
So, Sean, you're still kind of on my side, right? Because
I was on your side until you said, maybe it should be.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know what you're saying because...
Number 9, they literally with number 9, after 7 and 8, they literally could have done anything. Like what you're saying, be a stand-up comedian, be an ER doctor. They could have done whatever the hell they wanted. It still would have made the same amount of money. I swear. It, guaranteed. Doesn't matter.
Again, New Line Cinema is not trauma, so that's probably why.
David Cronenberg is in this?
Oh, Jason X, yeah. Cronenberg's awesome.
Oh, it's Jason X.
Yeah, he's got a cameo.
Yeah, Cronenberg is awesome.
Cronenberg should direct a Jason film.
Well, I feel like
it should be a sequel of Existence.
Yeah,
which was Dutch's favorite film.
So these movies, just wondering. All right, and maybe you guys don't know. Did Part 7 and 8 come out in theaters, or was it?
Yeah, they were all in theaters.
Jason X came out in theaters.
I remember Jason X. I remember Goes to Hell.
None of the Friday the 13th films have been released straight to video or straight to DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've all had a theatrical release.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if they have a box office, it should answer my question. But
yeah, they're all.
Even the next one. Even the next one's gonna have a.
But I mean, I'm surprised. Like one, I was really excited, and I mean, I didn't think it was that bad. Freddy vs. Jason. Like, I'm surprised at how much money it made because of like us looking at these numbers. I mean,
I'm going to say most
it's fan service.
It doesn't matter if it's fan service.
That's completely irrelevant.
What were you going to say?
Shit.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say,
why it made so much money?
I was going to say it's because it had Freddy in it, and then it's also the 2 meeting.
Yeah.
I think the 2 meeting draws in more people.
Is like
that's the fan service.
5 times
yes, it's fan service.
Well,
that's completely irrelevant.
Well, that's the point. I'm just saying.
Point being.
Well, that's
that is the point. It's fan service.
It's another thing that makes me curious though, because like this one had Freddy's claw coming out of the ground. Did they show a bunch of trailers for Jason X not having Freddy? Because why didn't Jason X start making money? Yeah. You know, they could have like tried to say, like, oh, maybe Freddy's in this movie.
Someone want to make a stupid space movie.
I'm sure it had to do with the rights at the time, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, they came out. Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason came out a year apart, so I imagine
they were working on it.
And maybe I don't know. They wanted to save it for the main event.
Yeah,
and I mean, having seen Freddy vs. Jason, you know, when it came out, I just from memory. I mean, maybe it's a bad movie, but I liked it. I can already say that it's better than half the Friday the 13th movies anyway. I'm just like, I am surprised.
Well, that's because it's a
you're saying, fan service, like that just is a blanket
that's what I
excuse
said.
for everything.
Yeah.
But, like, why it really made that much money? I mean, I guess it was just the gimmick.
That's what I'm saying. The gimmick,
the Japanese love it.
The 2 people.
The Chinese.
The 2 together maybe is more desirable. Yeah.
Do you think it like picked up a bigger audience as the series kept going on? Because like none of these movies made over like what did the first one make, like 30 million or something?
39 or something.
Yeah, none of the movies came close to what Freddy vs. Jason made. So it's like all the Freddy fans, all the Jason fans plus more
yeah,
saw this
saying.
movie. Like that.
Yeah,
that surprises me.
Because of the gimmick of the two draws in more than either of them by themselves.
And it had been a long time since either of them had a film. I mean, Jason X,
yeah,
but not Friday the 13th. Then.
I know, yeah. And it had been a while since the last Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was banking on nostalgia, and it paid off.
So you're saying that you're not surprised?
The what? The Jason versus
that
Freddy did well?
Freddy versus Jason would make 5 times or 6 times what this one made.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. It's just about timing. It's about place, and about the anticipation. People were talking about Jason versus Freddy for decades. So I mean,
yeah, decades and decades and decades.
Decades and decades.
Now I'm going off the rails here.
You've been going off the rails for a while now.
AVP came out before Predators. I wonder if Predators came anywhere close to AVP numbers.
Did AVP do well?
I don't know.
I feel like that movie probably did poorly.
But AVP, I feel like it's in the same vein as this.
Predators is a bad movie. It's still better than Predator 2 or AVP.
Still better than Predator 2.
Predator 2 is a piece of crap.
It has Gary Busey in it.
That's a strike against it.
And
but Predators is...
Oh, it has Bill Paxton.
Another strike. Dude, Predator 1's like
Another
a serious
strike?
movie. Predator 1's like a serious movie.
Yeah, it is.
Predator 2 is stupid.
Oh, I'm not saying that Predator 2 is like, it's so close to the first
Predators made a lot of money.
Okay. How much did AVP make? Does it have it on?
Predators did a lot better than I thought. You know they're like making a reboot, right?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay. It's made by Shane Black. So it could be terrible or it could be great.
Why did you go so far down?
Yeah, I'm used to... Well, thought there was more than the one.
Go down, stop. Oh, wow, that made a shitload of money.
See? Okay. So, yeah, these crossovers make more than them on their own. I'm just...
Ugh.
I mean, I know that's fun. I know crossovers are fun. I'm just surprised.
Predator's not a fun movie.
Alright, fine. Whatever. I'm saying crossovers.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm going
Predator's a fun guy!
I'm getting off track, okay?
I watch Predator and I'm laughing my head off the entire time.
I didn't say that. It's whatever. I'm saying I'm getting off track here, and I'm saying I hate every Predator movie but the first one because they all disgrace the name, and there shouldn't be a sequel to it.
Yeah,
I sound like bingo.
I kind of feel the same way. Yeah,
Predator is such a good movie. It's in my top 10 of all time. I love that fucking movie.
It is really good, and
it's like it's a singular thing. They should have stopped after one. Every other thing after Predator cheapens it.
No,
kind of, yeah.
Yes.
Sean, you need to step out of that shell that I was in.
I don't think so.
I didn't want to watch any sequel to any movies that I loved.
No, I'm not saying.
But then
that
again, you also said anything made before the 80s sucked.
Yeah, I'm not saying that every movie's like that. Like, movies can have sequels and still be good, but Predator to me, like the story, there's like no. I don't know.
There's no reason to expand upon it.
There's no reason to expand upon it. It's you're done.
When you expand upon it, you ruin the mystery of it. And what's so cool about it is there is no real explanation for why there is an alien monster killing Marines.
Yeah, you don't need to know.
You don't need to know.
No, I'm not saying that.
And if you learn why he's doing it, it starts to suck.
Yeah, but I mean, you can already like glean, like infer some motive. He wants to hunt shit.
The second one didn't expand on the first one. The first one said the same thing.
The second one was just trash.
I like the second one.
Second one was stupid.
Look, and I agree with you.
Oh, he goes out of the jungle
to the
urban
Predator
jungle.
is one of my favorite movies, and Predator 2 isn't even near one of my favorite movies. I'm just saying that Predator 2 is an adequate movie that I enjoy.
I'm saying there are certain movies that I think shouldn't have sequels. Not all, not even most. I like a lot of sequels.
Comedies should not do sequels.
Like Street Fighter 2.
I disagree.
Wait, you disagree? Yeah. So many comedy sequels now are so bad.
Okay, well, I'm just when you said comedy, I just thought Rush Hour.
You know, when they make the
wow, that was really quick. I was thinking like now, like Dumb and Dumber and
the next Dumb and Dumber should feature Jason Voorhees. Just because.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, it's only gonna make $14 million.
It's only gonna make $14 million.
Who cares?
If they do a crossover, I guarantee it'll make at least 50.
It'll make $100 million.
I'm serious.
Yeah, it'll make $100 million.
A crossover that wouldn't even make sense would make way more than Jason by itself.
Ninja Turtles versus Jason.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters.
It would have to be
the
CGI.
female Ghostbusters.
Female Ghost. That's just not marketable.
The female Ghostbusters hunt down Jason Voorhees.
See, I like this. Now you're starting to get it.
Fuck you.
You're starting to get it.
Yeah, but Predator, they should not have a sequel to. Predator's pure.
No, you know what? I do see what you're saying. Because just like with the Friday the 13th films, I mean, what are you supposed to do with Predator? You can't just have it be the same thing over and over again, but that's what makes it so great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are you supposed to do with it? I don't know.
Same but different.
I like everything about Predator.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't like anything about the rest of the Predator movies. That's not even true, because I didn't even hate Predators. It's just kind of dumb. But I wish it did.
Well, if Topher Grace wasn't in it, that'd be better.
Yeah, that was the worst part. You can't take him seriously.
I understand that Adrian Brody was like...
He was the best part of that movie.
He was not the best part.
It was the twist. It was the twist.
It wasn't a good twist.
It was a great twist.
Terrible.
It turns out,
He's
all along,
so
he was the King Predator.
No, it wasn't, because he got killed right away after the twist.
Well, he survived long enough.
I just thought it was weird to cast Adrian Brody as an action hero. He's like a drama actor. And then I think that started a couple years of action Adrian Brody. And now Adrian Brody's gone.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This has been Jason the 14th.
Sigourney Weaver wanted her character to die in the first place, so she wouldn't have to do a crossover with Predator.
I thought the concept sounded awful.
Yeah.
I'm Sean Matrix.
I'm Bingo Gas Station.
And I'm Judge Christmas.
Stay cool, guys.
Go to gas station is way hotter than Sean Matrix and Christmas.
It's not acceptable to call me a nigger.
It's not acceptable to call me a spick. To call me a chink.
To call me a fag.
It's not acceptable to call me a cunt.
And it's not acceptable to call me a retard or call yourself or your friends retarded. They do something foolish.
The R word is the same as every minority slur. Treat it that way and don't use it.
Hey, what up, guys? It's your boy.
These hackers, they're taking control of games being played online, and they're staging these violent attacks. And the scenes are so disturbing, we had to blur the images. The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic, but this is virtual rape. Hackers rewriting codes and hijacking online video games like Zombie Apocalypse and Grand Theft Auto. The vile scenes are then posted to YouTube. Are there charges that could come along with this?
We do investigate cases where people are being bullied online or being extorted online. So those things the police will absolutely investigate. When it comes to something like this,
these realistic virtual rapes have mainly been happening in Grand Theft Auto, but hackers modifying characters and creating these disturbing scenes can hijack any game if it's played online, putting all gamers at risk, including kids.
Well, that's kind of...
Don't make that noise. I don't like it. Just relax, would you, Dennis? Look, if we make asses out of ourselves, they just won't air the episode, okay? Okay, first of all, you don't know that, and secondly, don't tell me to relax. All right, don't you start making that noise. But, all right, it's not funny when they do it. It's definitely not funny when you... Oh, God damn it!
If
could also play a game.
Oh, we could play a game, but can we play a game? Like what? What can we play a game of? Oh, a board game.
Yeah, I meant like Dead of Winter.
We'll see.
Oh, what do you mean? You want to do like Jack's Party Games?
Yeah.